these trees, because they're hundreds of years old and so large, they make you feel like you're in a cathedral. It's almost a very spiritual place. Corkscrew Swamp Sanctuary is home to a variety of birds, but most famously for the wood storks. In the early 1900s, they nested in the hundreds of thousands. More recently, we are not seeing wood storks nesting here, and we have pinpointed that to changes in water levels. A chick needs about 400 pounds of fish to get to where it can fledge.
The real need is for the wood storks to fledge before the onset of the wet season or the rainy season. So once the rainy season begins, which is usually the end of May or beginning of June, water levels rise in a way that it makes the parents' job of finding enough prey really challenging. And so if water levels come up too early, then those chicks will starve because the parents just can't collect enough food. We would like to have seen nests by now. We're trying to get in wood storks' heads and say, you know, what makes them choose one location for nesting versus another.
And what we're trying to do here at Corkscrew Swamp Sanctuary is to figure out what the challenges are for water so we can create an area where the wood storks will come back. And we're hopeful that we can do that.
We've done 2 flights so far this season, and we have not seen any nesting wood storks. If we do see a nest this time, there's a greater chance that those young will survive. If we don't see any nests today, the chance of these wood stork chicks surviving and being flushed out of the nest, it gets a lot less.
Wood storks really prefer to nest on islands, and so they really like to be on tall trees that are surrounded by water. And even better than that, they like to be on tall trees surrounded by water with alligators in that water. The alligators are providing protection of their nests and keeping mammalian predators from coming across that water, climbing the trees, and getting to their eggs and their nestlings. At the same time, the alligators are choosing to be in the trees underneath the wood storks because they're benefiting from anything that falls from that nest. The bird's eye view that you get of the sanctuary is not the same as it used to be. You don't see those islands of trees with standing water underneath because we have so much other vegetation growing up around it.
As we create more of our wetlands, restore our wetlands, that habitat's coming back. So it stands to reason that the storks will come back too. And our largest concern at the moment in regard to restoration is the inundation of Carolina willow, sometimes called coastal plain willow, that's inundating our marshes and wetland prairies. You know, willow is a native species, so we don't dislike it per se, but it takes over and then it becomes invasive. So that's why we have to deal with it in regard to restoration. So the process that we've come up with is a 3-phase process. Phase 1 is actually bringing in a machine with a rotary head grinder on it and grinding or mulching the willow. Phase 2 is going back in and spot treating the willow and other woody vegetation that has resprouted.
So this is restoration. It's in phase 2, which is spot treatment of invasives, and we are hoping to reintroduce fire this spring. And then that 3rd phase is when we reintroduce fire. It's going to be A, and we'll all start together there. We'll have the trucks staged right here, not quite to A, so that it can go either way. This water. Florida is forged in fire and water, and so historically fire would come through naturally and keep these shrubby species in check. Prescribed fire is a way of mimicking Mother Nature to the best of our abilities.
Well, that's why we're lighting fires, right?
Good.
Yeah, I feel good. It was a good flight. 2 of our sites had wood storks nesting. Unfortunately, we didn't see any nesting at Corkscrew today, but there's still hope. It means their chance of fledging young, it's going up. It's pretty high now.
Corkscrew Swamp Sanctuary is an important wetland. It's important for the Corkscrew Swamp where the trees are, as well as the other marshes and wetlands that are here. And not only is that good for the health of birds, it's good for the health of other wildlife, and it's good for our human community here.
We all need this water. We all rely on this water. It's our life force, and I think that one of the reasons I keep coming back is because I believe in what we do. I believe in maintaining and preserving these wild Florida places. And I also believe in what National Audubon Society is trying to do in terms of providing, important birding areas like this. And if you lose something like this, you lose us, you lose the watershed.